Oh, hang on. There we go. I think that will work better. I still had my headset plugged in from last night. So give me a minute here. There we go. Ooh, and we have lightning out there. Ooh, that should be interesting. Good morning. Welcome to Friday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance, extra early because it's Scarlet Day. So we'll do our card here, and then I'm going to hit the road and drive through the rain, I guess. And you know I melt because I'm such a sweet person. Never mind. Anywho, we'll give it a minute here, see who pops on. Hope you all had a good Thursday. And today we have a card from the Nature Portals deck, which is one of my favorite decks, not only because it was created by the brother and sister-in-law of my dear friend Bobby, but because the visuals are stunning. Bruce took most of the pictures, and the prose on the back, the narrative is just thought-provoking on these cards. And oftentimes I have many of these sitting on my desk. And in fact, I have one that we had a while ago, which was the man in the tree. Let me show you again, just because I think that's it took an eye to actually see that. The man in the tree right there. And so I have that one sitting on my desk because the message is resonating at the moment. We have a different card for today. But let us start with some tapping and some breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose. Hold, out through the mouth. Even just 3 breaths, doesn't that just help you feel more grounded, more solid, more present? So something that I have had a little sticker on my planner, which of course now I can't find it, but at least I'm remembering to remind you that this coming Sunday is our next video or Zoom where we get together. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. You're the first one popping on. Um, hang on. Poor brain. Unity Intention Collective. Thank you. All of a sudden it dropped in. We have our next Unity Intention Collective, which is a half-hour Zoom. We stick to a half an hour. That's all we do. And we just get together and do a meditation or an imagery or something that's designed to foster peace and healing in our nation, but also in our world. So if you'd like to join us for that, we usually have ballpark 4 to 6 people on, but we'd love to see it grow. Send the word unity to my email, which is bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, all spelled out, all little letters. And we will send you the link to sign up, and then you'll get the Zoom link and join us. It's Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, so that would be 10 Eastern and 7 o'clock Pacific Time. And for those of you who are down under who sometimes watch this, I can't even begin to tell you what time it would be for you. So, yes, so if you'd like to join us for Unity Intention Collective this Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom, where we do a half an hour of sharing energy, healing energy with our world, send unity, the word unity, to bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. Cool. Yay me, I finally remember to say it. All right, so we have the Nature Portals deck from Bruce and Carol Malnor, Inspiration Through the Peace and Beauty of Nature. So here is our card. Can you see her climbing the wall there? That's a pretty sheer rock face. And there she is, hanging in the middle of it. Good morning, Barb. Glad you are here. Welcome. You're just in time for today's message. So the words are banish doubt, expect success. And I like that word banish. That's a very powerful word, don't you think? Banish doubt. Like totally kicking it to the curb, right? So Banish doubt, expect success. What would you do if you expected success? Take a moment with that question. What would you do if you expected success? Good morning to whomever's name isn't showing up. Glad you're here. Feel free to hang out and gather some useful stuff. What would you do if you expected success? Good question. Scale a sheer cliff? Maybe not. But when struggling with a long-standing problem or taking on a new challenge, it can sometimes feel like you're barely hanging on by your fingernails. Boost your courage and confidence by noticing examples of success in nature. Good morning, Tracy. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. A tiny tree that grows out of a rocky crevice. A tiny songbird that migrates thousands of miles. A salmon swims upstream to the same location where it was born. The will to succeed is strong in nature and in you, because we are nature, right? We're nature. Whenever you feel doubts creeping in, banish them with thoughts and feelings of success. This is about mind management. We've been doing the Mindset book by Carol Dweck, right? And much of what we're talking about there is mind management. What do you allow to pervade your thoughts? What do you give real estate to in your brain? You get to decide. And yes, there are those thoughts that tend to, repeat. Don't give them energy. I mean, we tend to try to argue our way out of thoughts. Waste of energy. It's like trying to talk yourself into doing something. Waste of energy. My statement for that is always, don't think, just do it. If there's something you want to do and you're trying to talk yourself into it, don't think, don't talk yourself. Just get up and do. Because you have to overcome the inertia with movement. Same for this. When there's something that you're feeling like you can't do, don't try to talk yourself into it, cheerlead yourself, all the stuff. Instead, look at successes, pay attention to successes, and not in the, well, they have it so easy, they were an overnight success, blah, blah. We don't know what all someone has gone through to demonstrate the success they're showing. We do that, oh, he was an overnight sensation, but no attention to the 10 years prior to that he's been pouring his heart and soul into whatever it is, right? So we have to watch our snap judgments, because we write a story that may not be true. We don't live in anybody else's skin, so we can't know their struggles as intimately as they do, being the person in that meat suit, right? So the will to succeed is strong in nature and in you. Whenever you feel doubts creeping in, banish them with thoughts and feelings of success. So basically, you're doing replacement. You're not arguing with the you can't do this. You're replacing it with I can do this. If the songbird can fly thousands of miles, if the butterfly can migrate thousands of miles, if the salmon can swim upstream, I can do this. One tool that I really like to advocate for people using is your own history of successes. Pick one. What's one of your major successes? Let's say you did a marathon. I'm just going to pick one. Let's say you did a marathon. Well, certainly a woman who can do a marathon can do this, whatever this is that you're having trouble with. So one that I've used is certainly a woman who can grind her way through a PhD program can do X, whatever X is. Paint a room. It could be something really simple. Make a phone call. Whatever we get hung up on, pick out your own successes. You can have that banner success. Certainly someone who can get a 4.0 or whatever it is that you're proud of, who can fight back from cancer, who can whatever, who can learn a new way of doing this, who can heal from a divorce, all the things. Certainly someone who can do that can do this. Use it as your benchmark. And there's a quote at the bottom. It's by Bill Cosby, who's obviously been quite discredited, but I think the words are wise. The words are wise. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. So, where you put your attention, where attention goes, that's what grows. So, if you're focusing your attention on your fear of failure, it's going to be stronger than your desire for success. If you're focusing your attention on that desire for success and paint the juicy picture, what this thing is going to look like when you accomplish it, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to sound like, what will you hear when you have this success? Not if, when. Change that one word and it makes it more likely you're going to be successful. So, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. So, focus your attention on that desire. Feed that. Let that grow, not that fear of failure. Don't feed that. Don't feed that. All right, so there's our card. I'm going to hit the road. You all have an awesome Friday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.